So I want to talk about my weight loss strategy. I'm 286, 287. I'm still bouncing in between those two. So I'm just really trying to think about the mindset that I have where I am aware of what I need to do. And sometimes I let things slide. And I was talking to a friend of mine. They're saying, well, don't restrict yourself too much. Don't work too hard. Don't restrict yourself. And I'm like, but that's what it takes to get real change. People get, in my opinion, when I think about surgery, because I've been looking at a lot of videos about weight loss surgery, right? And I recently was in contact with someone who looked significantly different after their weight loss surgery. And I'm like, wow, this person looks good. It looks smaller, but it was only done through surgery. So, and I think about, for me, what does that mean when you go and get that surgery versus, because I'm thinking, is it something you can't change? Your eating habits, and I know how hard the eating habits are, because I think about it, even though I know what to do, there are times where I kind of let things slide a little bit. So I'm like, okay, what's going on up here? Why is it that I don't have a boundary for myself sometimes? And I've been trying to work on my boundaries with the people I know, especially when it came to family and what happened there and the trauma that came out of that, which made me very aware of what boundaries are and how little we had between each other. It just really makes me think about that. So I'm thinking to myself in my mind, what is it that, why do I forego my own personal boundaries with myself? So in this week, I'm going in thinking about, okay, what's going on? I know it's going to be a long day. And the first thing that comes to my mind about it being a long day is that I'm going to get hungry. So, and my mind is already plotting, well, I might as well just go get this. Or I guess I know I'm trying to lose weight, but I didn't meal prep because I was working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So since I didn't meal prep, I might as well go get this. I might as well go get that. You don't feel like being there, so you might as well eat so you can feel better. It's like these little messages or urges that come into the mind. And I think about, that's why I guess I question surgery so much. I think that's why I question the surgery so much. Because because it's restriction, right? It's food, nutrition restriction, right? From the lifestyle. You could do good things and be a good person, but along the way, it's a weird thing. Like, it's just funny how human beings are, because you can live a life with none of this, being aware of any of this, and you will still have your physical problems, but you still maintain a healthy weight. You're not overweight. Not to mention the cultural ramifications of, if you're in a certain type of culture, what that means. But it's like, what is that? How does that work? What is going on in the mind? So I'm thinking about today. So I'm just focusing on today. Yes, I gotta do this for the week, but I'm just focusing on today. I got my MyFitnessPal track. I packed some food with me. I got my water with me. And this week is going to be about restriction, because I need to restrict myself. Guess what that means? See, we're and including myself, we want to avoid suffering, right? That's our main thing. We don't want to do. We don't want to suffer emotionally. We don't want to suffer physically. We don't want to suffer, especially being an overweight person. We don't want to suffer by hunger. We could get irritated by hunger, or get a little stressed out, or feel like, just have all this negative dialogue in your head where you're hungry. We avoid suffering. So today, I'm going towards the suffering. Today, I'm going to eat what I got. And if I can't track it, I don't eat it. And that's not going to be easy. And it's going to be suffering involved. That's not going to feel good, because I want to go ahead and order something from DoorDash that I know is more calories than I can track, because we're going to be at work all day dealing with stuff I don't feel like dealing with. I mean, that's work. Work is that. And on top of that, I'm going to restrict myself. So I'm going to find the strength and the discipline I know I can find, and stick with that. And I believe I can get there. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have a lot of thoughts. I'm going to have a lot of thoughts, a lot of pains coming in my head today, talking about, yo, you need to eat something. Eat something. Go get something. There's a drive-thru right there. If you ain't eating McDonald's, go to a Wendy's. You ain't going to Wendy's, go, get a Subway. Right? All these things. So there's, man, I'm just thinking about it, because that's what I'm saying. What I'm digging down, what's going on in my mind. And I've been studying Dave guy because I listen to him almost every day. What's going on in my mind that devalues the choices I made? But I think all it is not wanting to suffer. So that's the thing about, to me, with gastric, the bypass surgery, because, and the only reason I harp so much on this, because man, they lost the weight, boom, they got to the goal, but they did it through surgery. Yes, they say it's hard work. I get that, but at the end of the day, you still you took away your choice of how much you can eat. That's how you lost the weight. That's how you reduce your calories, by a significant amount. So, since the common thread between surgery and diet or calorie tracking is restriction. And so what happens is when you choose comfort over suffering, you then cut out, you then reduce that ability to restrict yourself of the food that you want to eat when you want to eat it. When at the soul bottom of this thing, I believe at the soul bottom, because like I said, no matter what you eat, carnivore, vegan, whatever you do, because that's funny, I remember a vegan telling me about health stuff, and I hate that I judged her for this, but she was really overweight, talking about how important it is to be vegan. And I'm looking at her, I was like, since when you been vegan? You are of size. And that's the thing about, that's something else that goes on in society. We don't listen to those in society. Society does not treat people who are overweight with respect, or across the board. I don't care how you put it. They do not. I've encountered it myself. I see other people deal with it. And even me as a big person, I'm judging another big person telling me how to eat healthy when they don't look like they've been living healthy. And we're in a very superficial, judgmental society. I was talking to ChatGPT about Instagram, about how easier it is for women to get attention and move product and sell stuff on the internet because a bunch of thirsty guys are on there. But at the same time, it's very superficial. And all that attraction that they have when they're young in their 20s, that fades when it gets in their 40s. That stuff fades, yo. So it's like, we're in this very, so how do you navigate that and put yourself in a better key leverage for that? Of course, this body positivity that says I should be, but now you're forcing your ideals on someone else. It's basically you're turning the tables around. Instead of them forcing their ideas of how people should look on you, you're now forcing your ideas on them. Well, no, I don't think people should. I think people should look like this, or we should like. So there's all this stuff. But I'm really trying to think about today is what's going on in my mind, and if I could just put it in one sentence, it's the avoidance of suffering. And this type of suffering is, one, you actually have to feel the emotions that you're feeling, and you can't use food to cope with it. Because once you eat the food, suffering's gone. And that's the interesting thing about it. You almost change your mind off of what your issues are. It's interesting. Like, it's almost as though the suffering stops as soon as you change what your mind is focused on. So if you're having a stressful day at work and you're focused on that, and then it's lunchtime, ooh, now I get to focus on that. But you were just suffering just a minute ago till you started putting food. So again, today I'm just going to really focus on my mind, what's going on, what am I thinking, what am I feeling. It relates to food, because I know I use it as a coping mechanism, right? And I have to eliminate that. So that's what I'm on today. Weight loss journey. It's May already. It's going to be June in no time. So let's go. So yeah, just thinking about that. That's my weight loss journey vlog. See y'all later.